I do want to hear a story about when God showed up in your business and when you knew it, you know, like you literally saw like, okay, yeah, God, this is you. Like nobody else can make this happen. This has to be you. Like, thank you, for blessing me for sure. So let's hear the story.
Okay, here's the tea, sis. So let's actually start off and say I never wanted to do makeup and I still don't. Never wanted to do it and I still don't. I know that sounds crazy, like this we're talking about your business. But I went to school for veterinary medicine.
Wow. Okay.
And I took a break, and that break got comfortable because I was working at a university. I was getting paid a nice check. But makeup is always a hobby for me. I love everything, beauty, hair, especially growing up. Like I always had issues with just loving myself because I am a curvy, voluptuous, beautiful woman, But ultimately, when I came into myself, everything about taking care of myself became something that I just loved. And makeup was one of them. Girl, I can sit around and watch makeup videos all day like TV. Okay. And one day, my best friend, she was like, best friend, I want you to do my makeup. And I'm gonna pay you $7. Now that sounds like what? But the crazy part about it was the day before I had a dream that I was walking, I kept picking up $7. I'm like, all right, God, you playing with me, but okay, let's try it out. So I did her makeup and she like, yes, that's right, you did that. Da, da, da. And it went from there. And then she just like, you my makeup artist. I'm like, all right. So I started really taking it seriously because from her, people was like, oh, who did your makeup? And I'm like, don't tell her who did it. Don't tell them who did it because I don't want to do it. It's the pressure. Like when you're doing makeup, that pressure, people, social media, they ain't gonna tell you. They ain't gonna not tell you the truth. Like, sis, So I'm like, I don't know if I can handle that pressure because I'm kind of like Erykah Badu, like this is my baby, this is my art. Don't talk about my art,
Yeah.
And I'm not a person that runs from criticism, but
it's not your favorite thing.
It's not. It's something I have to open up to. Like me standing here today saying that is a testimony in itself because don't talk to me about what I did and I know I did it right. So since then I started doing it, and I think beyond. So I'm like, okay, well, if I'm doing makeup, everybody doing makeup, how can I be different? I'm like, let me see. And I've been big. I think I really taught myself how to do everything because I didn't want to wait for nobody. Because I'm like, if I can do this myself, I'm not about to wait for you.
Right.
And I would go to YouTube University and I watch my little YouTube video and I do it and people are like, oh, that's cute. So I looked up how to start a business. So I'm like, how can I be different? And I was like, I should start selling brushes. And I'm like, okay. Well, I started it. I looked up the vendors. I had a lot of friends who were in business too. So that sparked my imagination. I'm like, okay, cool. And it was so tangible. So I'm like, okay, this is a business. Okay, And at the time I wasn't in school, but I'm like, God, I don't want to work here no more. I'm tired of pushing. I was working at Wayne State for doctors, but I was supposed to be the doctor. So I'm like, I'm tired of pushing paper for their dream. I'm not ungrateful. Thank you for this opportunity, but it's time for me to fly.
Gross.
And he like, all right, well, let me show you some more gifts that I put in. So I'm like, all right. Since then, it's been like, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is something. This is something.
I see.
This is something. So that's literally how it started. God had been showing me this is it since I started. I was resisting it. When I tell you I was resisting it because I did not want to do it.
Right.
And I'm serious to this day when I say I don't. My goal is to transition from being the MUA to the supplier. Like, okay, I want to be a wholesale person. So I'm kind of putting myself in position, although where I'm at now, before this pandemic, I left that job. Mm-hmm. And so God is like, as much as you don't want to do it, says this is your income. And I know it's him, and this is how he's showing up, because every 5 minutes they like, can I do this? Can you do my makeup? Can you do? And I'm like, all right. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm bored at home. You know, I'm sitting on the couch, not doing nothing. Like, let's go. And I've been getting better ever since. Like, it's been times where I do makeup, I'm in my head, oh my God, this don't look right. I'll step back and be like, oh my gosh, she looks so pretty. And then God be like, yeah, you did that. I'm like, right. What? Right. So that's how that whole little spiel right there.